You had 6 pass breakups.
I know it got to a point where they were testing me a lot, but I didn't know it was 6. But once I seen it, I was it's still kind of a little shocker to me. But I'm just happy for the opportunity.
What's it been like just continuing to progress, getting healthy, and then seeing the results play out?
My main thing is just been getting healthy because I know what I'm capable of when I am at my full ability. So that's my main thing, just stay in the training room, just make sure I'm on top of everything, and then just get into the film room and let my play do the talking.
To have a performance like that, final game for you at Kyle Field, I guess, how was that for you?
I know going into the game, just not to let my emotions get the most of me. I just know that it would be my last, so I know I wanted to do something special. So just they gave me the opportunity, so I took it.
You said stay healthy. You fight through some injuries.
Yes, sir. I mean, just going through last year, I know I wasn't at the ability I know I could be at with my. I had a problem with my groin and stuff like that. So, but other than that, just going surgery and all that type of thing, stuff like that, getting past that, so back to 100%.
The surgery was on the groin?
Yes, sir.
2 surgeries, right?
Yes, one was just a scope.
Okay.
But other than that, it's all good.
Talking about your injury, I mean, how nice was it to have Damani Richardson back? And I know Elijah was there for a little bit, obviously, but those 2 guys back.
Both of them are a key impact in our defense, so just having them on the field is always a great thing. It kind of hurts to see Elijah go down, but, just something like that you just can't prepare for. But we always have people like Deb to step up and play the player's role, and whenever he's called on. So, but having them back is always a great thing.
How have you seen your role change from last year? I know a little bit of a position change this year, and how have you adjusted and adapted to that?
It's been not too bad, I'd say, going from corner to nickel. Coach Elko talked to me this summer just about how we were going to be heavy depth at corner. So moving to the nickel spot, just allows a great coverage across the board. So I was all aboard with it.
Is there drastic differences with how you play that position to how you play corner, or what was some of the skill sets you had to learn?
Nothing really new. We like to say we don't play corner, nickel, whatever. We just play DB. So just go out there and play my game.
What, as a whole, Charles, defense has obviously played really well against South Carolina. What kind of confidence you taking in this game against Georgia?
Just do what we always do and just focus on us. We know that they're a great opponent. They have good receivers, good running backs. So we're just going to focus on us and just keep the main thing the main thing.
That being said, do you know much about Jake Fromm, if anything?
I haven't got to look at any film or anything yet, but I've always heard good things about him. He's a good quarterback, so just ready to see what look into the film and see what he can do.
Have you watched him at all this year on TV or anything?
No, sir, I haven't got the chance.
You guys have played some pretty good quarterbacks already this season, and Tua, Lawrence. What can you take from those experiences that might help you on Saturday against Fromm?
Just seeing how they move the ball up the field and what they can do. The top tier quarterbacks in the field for sure. So just taking what they can do and just Coach Elko has a plan already. So just follow him and just take it to the field.
With who y'all have left on the schedule and their positioning in the playoffs scene, do y'all feel like y'all are maybe the biggest spoilers to what the outcome could be in the playoffs this year?
I don't want to say spoilers. We just go out there and play our game. We just gonna play no football and just keep it at that.
What's the biggest thing you took away from the big games you've already played, and how do you apply that going into this one? Obviously, Clemson, Bama, Auburn. You've been tested quite a bit. So, what do you take from those going into this big game?
That's just SEC. We just we signed up for. Who we got on the schedule. So just on to the next, and we got a great opponent this week, and just learn from the past.
How much better do you think the team is right now than you were when you went to Clemson early in the year?
Stepping up, just learning from my mistakes. We've seen what we haven't did right, what we did wrong, and just making up for lost time and just making up.
Anthony talked about practice habits and really improving that. Have you seen that?
Oh yeah, definitely. We key on running to the ball, keeping the tempo up, having a lot of energy at practice, and you can tell that it's passing on to the games as well.
Jimbo's teams have a history of closing strong. What's kind of been the key to that you've noticed?
A lot of that, I'd say, does play into practice. During practice time, even though the end is more intense than the beginning. So we feel like those practice habits do carry on to the game and to the season as well.
Late in the South Carolina game, you guys fumbled. South Carolina got it back around the 15-yard line. You guys kept them out of the end zone. I know against Texas State in the first game of the season, they scored late, and Coach said he didn't like how you guys gave up a late score. How big was it for you guys, especially confidence-wise, just to make sure South Carolina never got into the end zone 60 minutes a game?
As a defense, that's what you want every week. That's what you want every game. So we just, it's just a great accomplishment, and we're just gonna try to keep it going.
Any of your teammates giving you some jabs for not picking off a couple of those balls?
Yeah, I hear it every day. So, but I just thought I'm gonna make up for it, and I got a few coming.
How much does it help the defense for the offense to control the ball and control the clock, keep the defense off the field?
It helps tremendously. It gives us that break time just to catch our breath, before going back out there and all that, and helping us retain what we just learned from the offense, from the past offense, being on the field and just giving us time.
What is it about that nickel position where guys have been able to slide in and have a lot of success, dating back to Caper Smith and Elam, you, Chapman?
I think the way Coach Elko sets it up, he just has this, just covering that slot receivers. We have a lot of good slot receivers in this conference, and just giving us, putting us on the number one receiver, and also having us in the run fit as well. So they don't ever know what to expect from us.
You mentioned playing your last game at Kyle. Have you thought about maybe 3 games left in your A&M career yet?
It's slowly, I just wake up every day, just knowing that, there's not going to be too many of these left. So, just take it one day at a time.
Speaking of run fit, I know you haven't watched film yet, but historically, Georgia wants to pound the rock out of the I formation, do play action off of that. How big is it to continue what you did against South Carolina and stopping the run?
It'll be big. They got Swift, Holyfield. They're great running backs, so we just gotta trust the plan and just take it to the field.
You mentioned those injuries last year. How frustrating was last season when you were going through and maybe couldn't perform up to your top ability?
It was frustrating, very frustrating, just knowing walking up the field, and you don't want to blame the injury because you know what you can do, but I just went out there for my team and just tried to go out at my best.
Do you feel like that's the biggest difference in your game between last year and this year, that you are 100% healthy?
Yeah, most definitely.
How big of an opportunity is this for you guys?
Excuse me?
Just the opportunity to take on number 14 of the country.
It's a
Chance
big
to knock them off.
opportunity. Yeah, it's a big opportunity. They're a great team, but we just still try to not to make it bigger than what it is. It's just another team on the schedule. Just another team in the way. We're just gonna try to go 1-0.
What do you think about going to Georgia for the first time?
It'll be big. I've never been, and so I'm pretty sure some people on the team have never been. But I heard it's a great atmosphere.